Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. Oh, I'm here. I'm a couple minutes late. How is everybody? Who's here? Saw Waldrop, Lajeunesse, Habakabaka. Oh, long, long week, long weekend. Not a long weekend. Well, I don't work tomorrow. So yeah, well, I'm exhausted. I'll just come right out and say I am just absolutely beat. I'm gonna hang out with my friends on the internet. We'll have some bevies. We'll see how things go. I'll be honest, I may need you guys to feed me some energy tonight. I need some joy and some happy. Ready for a post-market Sunday report. Let me tell you. We'll get into it. But it's spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I've had worse markets. It's about as positive as I can be. I am generally a fairly optimistic, positive kind of person. I like to think. I think I'm a realist. But I think I have a pretty good attitude about things, and it's this is not an easy job. This don't quit your job to become a woodworker. The low foot traffic. The foot traffic was it wasn't gangbuster busy in terms of people coming through, but it was steady. And the people, honestly, the people we have through are fantastic. Like, they are really, really supportive, and they love that they're there, and the energy is really good. And I mean, a lot of it, times are tough for a lot of people, and there isn't a lot of extra, like, the stuff that they're looking at is frivolous things that would be very nice to have, but groceries are expensive, rents are expensive, mortgages are expensive. Like, it costs a lot just to live these days. So really nice handcrafted bowl, it's not a thing that a lot of people could justify, I totally understand. Let alone, like, commissioning a custom coffee table or wall cabinet or something. Like, it's how is everybody else out there? How are you guys doing this week? Mrs. Mike and Mini Mike will be back soon. I don't actually know when they're coming back. They had, this is the first time that they've gone on a vacation that was kind of like, she goes back to work on such and such a date, so they'll be back before then, but they're taking their sweet time to go visit the people they need to visit and see the things they want to see. So it's like sometime between this coming maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday, they should be rolling back into town. And that's we've never had a vacation, like all of our vacations have always been like a week, and we've like day one needs to get to we need to get to here to see these people. Day two we need to get here to see these people. Day three, and then like by the seventh day it's just like we're back, and it didn't feel like a vacation because we were just like go 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 the whole time. And so this time she took her full 2 weeks. I've never had more than a week off in a row. Week off in a row. You know what I mean? So we've always had to just go, go, go. And this time she had 2 weeks and I didn't go. So, because I didn't have 2 weeks. So they can just take their sweet time. And if they want to spend an extra day somewhere, they can spend an extra day somewhere. If they want to only spend an hour somewhere, they can only spend an hour somewhere. They'll get back when they get back. And that's how a vacation should be. A vacation should not be a stressful thing. Like we need to get to there tomorrow to see these people so we can get to there the next day to see these people. Our markets here in Ohio have been in the dumpster lately, or in the dumper. Both works. I took the last 3 weeks off. Yeah, it's I have always said, people ask me for market advice all the time. I organize markets. I organize and put them on. And I always tell people, like, you have to be okay with not making money at a market, because a lot of the purpose of going and being at a market is to market yourself. And business cards go out and they send you an email the next time they have a wedding to go to, or they're celebrating a birth of a cousin's child or something and they need a gift, and like all of these things. I make more money from markets in between markets than I do actually on the ground physically at the market. Probably. I haven't actually mathed that out. We know how much I like math. But like, I get a fair number of jobs and commissions and things from people who saw me at a market and remembered that they have my card when they have a thing that they need a gift for or whatever. So it's one of the ways that I stay positive when I don't make any money at a market. But it's emotionally and physically draining to stand around in the heat for, well, the market was open for 11 hours over the last 2 days. There was 5 hours last night and 6 hours today. And you got to be on your game and pleasant and happy, and if you're pretending, they'll see right through you. You got to be a genuine, happy, positive person who's ready to like hang out and share your story and listen to their stories and et cetera, et cetera. And well, we'll go into the spreadsheet and I'll mark down what I sold and we'll look at the grand total. The good news is I enjoyed my interactions with a lot of people. I'm dropping in to punch my car. I'm not somewhere I can watch with volume on. Did he sell everything? No. Pinnell, somebody tell Pinnell that he can look at the spreadsheet when he gets home, because we're going to fill it out tonight on the show. I'll tell him. Check out the spreadsheet when you get home. filling it in shortly. There we go. I can communicate. Now I have to move it off of this because the moving me is going to distract me. Don't quit your job to become a woodworker. I don't know. It's. I have to try to stay positive. I have to try to recognize the fact that you can't win all the markets, and there are jobs that come from being at the market that come to you between markets. Some people will have come to this market and then they know that I'm going to be at the next one because they talked to me today or yesterday, and they're going to have been thinking about, like, oh, don't we have a wedding coming up to blah, 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 blah. And it all you have to just keep a good head on your shoulders. Even when it's the same with this YouTube garbage. Like, if I was just about trying to make money, I certainly wouldn't be doing this. It is what it is. And like I said, I had a lot of good interactions with a lot of wonderful people. I made a couple new friends. And it was rewarding to put on a market where it allowed some local artists and craftspeople to get themselves out into the world. Some, actually quite a few, for the first time ever, that they've dipped their toe into, like, getting their work out in front of the public. That is rewarding. Does it feel like I'm trying to talk myself into this being a positive experience? It kind of, yeah. Should we do the sheet? Let's do the spreadsheet. The fact that I don't have a list that I'm marking off, I'm just going to do it off the top of my head because I can. I sold. I will just skip by all of the bowls. I have 16 bowls on this list. I did not sell a bowl. So I'll go right down to what comes after bowls. Charcuterie board. I did sell one charcuterie board for $50. I did not sell any icing scimitars. I did not sell any bottle stoppers. I did sell one slimline pen. $35 there. Now I'll scroll down. I did not sell maple leaf or a concava. I did sell 3, count them, 3 keychains. I sold the first one off the rack because I know that everyone is curious. Which of the keychains was the first one off the rack? The first keychain off the rack was the Waldrop guitar cut off. The second keychain off the rack was the second one that I did on the first night that I ever did them. It was the green stabilized figured maple that had the extra whoop. The third keychain off the rack was the blue stabilized burl. Three keychains off the rack. I sold one dice box I sold. So I do get to keep the first purple yellow cedar. Yes, I do, because that was the promise that I made. If it didn't sell the first weekend, I I get to keep that one. Did not sell the abstract mountain art. I totally forgot to even bring the fucking cheese spreader block and board with me. Where? Why is it even on the list if I didn't bring it? I also didn't bring the epoxy alder coasters because I didn't have a chance to go get little corky feet for them. So those shouldn't be on the list either. I sold one bottle opener. I sold one of the Honduran mahogany bottle openers. $40. And I did, somewhat surprisingly to me, right at the end, maybe an hour left in today, I sold the tea tray, with the resin on the inside, the resin swirly that we did live on the show. I sold the resin bottom tea tray, and that was $90. So, not my worst market. Not my worst market, but in 11 hours of standing around, that totals $320 in sales. I sold 8 things. No pens. Yeah, I sold one slimline pen. $320 of my $3,100 worth of things. 8 items in 11 hours. That's hard on you. And like I said, it's not my worst market. So I've had, but I'm better now. My expectations are a little bit more. It's I'm in a glass booth of emotions. No, I'm in a glass case of emotion. That's what it is. The first 5 markets that I went to, I didn't pay for I didn't end up covering the cost of my table. So I've had many worse markets. But it's tough, man. Is 10% average? No. I mean, I don't base it on a percentage of what I brought, because most of the time I bring I brought way more stuff to this one than I usually do. I usually aim for about $2,000 worth of product. 2 to 24-ish is usually pretty standard. So that would be like 15% of that batch. But it's just it's the number, like 8 things in 11 hours. Like $320 doesn't sound shit, really. $320 is better than a kick in the pants for sure. But when one of those things was $90 and it happened right at the end, like that was 10 hours. I was at $230 after 10 hours of standing there. I had sold 0, nothing, not a zilch. Yep. At your last 3, which is why you took a break. Yeah. Like I said, man, I went to 5 markets. My first 5 markets, I made $0, $30, which didn't cover the table. $0, $25, which didn't cover the cost of the table. and $0. I made zero 3 times, and I made 30 and 25. And I went, why are you doing this to yourself? It is costing you money to go to these things. And it's not only costing you money, but it's costing you time. Like this is time you could better use to make money. You could be in your shop making more things. You could do whatever. Fuck, you'd be, if you're gonna spend money to go to someplace, you'd be better, and you make $0 and you're not having fun, you'd be better off sleeping. How many people try to haggle down the prices? Not very many. I don't get too many people saying, "Would you take this much?" It's either like they're interested or they're not, and they're either willing to pay or they're not. I don't know if it's just the markets that I am in, but I think maybe twice in 5 years of doing markets have I ever had somebody say, like, "Would you take 60?" Or yeah, maybe it's not quite. Probably not accurate. 4 or 5 times somebody has said, "Would you take X dollars instead of the price that's on it?" It's a very, very low number. And I mean, honestly, the answer is probably yes, to be fair. But I don't want it to be. I don't think that's where we should be in the world. Like, this is the price that it is. If you want it for that price, then purchase the item. If you want it for less than that, then you don't want it. You know, that's like, because otherwise everybody, if we lived in a world where it's like haggling was a thing, then everybody would just price their shit $10 more. And what good, like, that doesn't help anybody, because then everybody's just expecting to negotiate. You don't go into Target or Walmart and say, like, "I would like this, but could you do $18.75?" Like, if we want to live in a world where everybody overprices their stuff expecting to be able to come down, I don't think that's where we should be. But you're right. Like, if somebody said, like, "This bowl says 40 on it, would you take 30?" Maybe not. If the bowl says 55 and they say, "Would you do 50?" Probably. But probably only because I'm already pissed off that I'm not making any money today. So now you're taking advantage of an artisan craftsman who is struggling in the world. You know, it doesn't happen very often. Sometimes it has happened that someone has said, like, "If I buy this and this and this, would you do me a deal?" And I'm happy to do that. Like, you know, that's like a bulk purchase. Like, if I buy the $70 bowl and the $40 bowl and the $30 bowl, could you, like, give me $10 off the third one or something? Yeah, absolutely. But not on, like, a thing generally. And even that, like, you wouldn't do it at a store. Why would you do it at a market? I mean, we live on a rock hurtling through space, so let's keep the market in perspective. Yep, that's what I'm trying to do. You gotta. Welcome back, Marv. It's good to see you, my friend. And like I said, a lot of it is the networking and the engagement with the artistic community, and just being in a good place full of good energy, and it's exhausting. I wasn't sure if these markets are like Facebook Marketplace where everyone haggles on the price. If I sold my stuff through Facebook Marketplace, I would absolutely be charged. The price tag on the bottom of the bowl would not be what I'm putting it up for on Facebook Marketplace. That $30 bowl would start at $40 on Facebook. Because somebody would say, you take 25? And I'd say, no, I'll take 30. But like, wait. Went to a wood carver event last year and they discounted without even asking when I wanted 4 items. Yeah. Well, and I do, like, the keychains were literally priced. The sign said 25 each or 2 for 40. So that's a standard pricing system. But if somebody said, could you do 1 for 20? Be like, no, the price is $25 on one. You need to buy 2 to get $20 each. Like, that's the price of the item. But $320, like I said, it's better than getting a kick in the pants. Profit on that $320 is probably $250. The time I put into making that $320, well, let's just even just the 11 hours that I stood there selling. What's $250 divided? It's like, I'm not paying myself $20 an hour to stand there, let alone the $20 an hour I like to pay to make things, or I like to get paid to actually make things. So don't quit your job to be a woodworker. Paul said that's $22 an hour that I paid myself to be there, not including the time it took me to make the item. So if I paid myself nothing to make the item in terms of time, I made $22 an hour selling it. If I pay myself $20 an hour to make it, I made $0 an hour today, probably, standing there selling it. 35 cents an hour. It's probably about right altogether between the making it and the selling it. Maybe $1, maybe $1 an hour. Another positive note after the bike goes by. I do think I may have sold a couple more spots in my pen turning class this summer. In my pen turning classes, there were a couple of people that had come by numerous times, like that I've seen at numerous markets, and they've been like, "Oh, your stuff is always so beautiful," blah 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 blah. And I got talking about how, like, I've got a pen turning class coming up. Like, if he's like, "Oh, I haven't I did it back in like middle school a little bit," and blah blah blah. It's like, well, you come take the class. You can like have 3 hours of fun on the lathe with me out in the parking lot, and maybe get a couple of pens out of the deal. And it's like, oh, that'd be rad. So I might have secured a couple more spots in pen turning classes this summer, which again is, like I was talking about, that's money from the market that didn't happen at the market. So you got to stay positive, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, you know. Brand recognition, yeah. A lot, like I said, a lot of people, they come back because they know that you're going to be there, and they saw your stuff last time and they've been thinking about it. Or people that hit you up by email later because they need a gift for a wedding. You know, it's it all counts, but it is at yeah, I gotta say, at 2 o'clock this afternoon, I was like, why do you do this to yourself? I stood from 10 o'clock until 2 o'clock today. 4 hours of standing there being charisma Mike and like enjoying myself and having time and interacting, and $0. Took me 4 hours of selling today to make a sale. That's a long time of having people really appreciate your work and your craftsmanship to make $0. But now I get to hang out with my friends on the internet, have some bevies. Probably need to invest in a small laser so I can do your own engraving on your necks. Log serial number, $25 a neck. Yeah, it's $25 per serial number and branding. That could pay itself off relatively quickly with how many guitars you put out. You can get that. What have you looked into that one that Jax has? It's like a little tube that sits in a thing, and it just hovers over the thing. It's not like a fully contained deal. It's got a pervy kind of name, like Laser Pecker or something. It seems like it should be relatively inexpensive. I haven't looked it up, but there's not a lot to it, so it looks like it should be. Is that even? I'm gonna check it out. Laser Pack. I think it is what it's called. Come on. Laser Pack. Yep. The Laser Pecker 2. The Laser Pecker 4. Laser Pecker Pro. Let's go. All right. Laserpecker.com. What is this? Jesus. $1,200? What is this? Laserpecker.net. I don't know what inexpensive is for a laser. Laserpecker 2, $9.59 USD. Grand? Is a grand not very much? Everybody's got a different. You got the LP2 Deluxe. So that's $10.79. I don't know. Jax likes it. He doesn't have any of these ones though. This is either a new one or an old one. Yeah. I don't know. Have a look at that stuff, because if a grand is a hell of a lot cheaper than a Glowforge, I'll tell you that. We've discussed this. Every woodworking tool is a grand. It's true. No, it's not true. My sanding station was $200. My rigid oscillating belt sander was only $200. It is a woodworking tool. My drill press was only like $150. This is Maker Made M2 laser engraving, $500. I think you can find something that'll do your like serial numbers and logos and stuff for, yeah. There are lasers. What a stupid fucking sentence that was. There are lasers. That was a sentence that I said. Grinder plus Wolverine guide plus CBN wheel. So there was 150 plus 200 plus 200. Even that wasn't $1,000. Grinder was $150 ish. CBN was, I think, 180 something. So let's call it 2. And the Wolverine was another 2, I think. We've met me, right? Like, I'm terrible at this. What things cost. Business Mike. And by the way, like, Pinnell doesn't count as being here. Like, he can't just come and say, like, I'm here. I've clocked in for my shift, if he's not actually here doing his job and participating as moderator. Like, if you're an employee of a shop, a retail outlet, you can't just be like, I came and punched my card. They don't do that. There's no like punch card. Anybody have a job where you actually like, you put your card in and you hit the top of the thing and it stamped it? I had one of those. Does that age me? I think that place happened to be, it was still using old school stuff. I'm not really that old. But you don't just like come and clock in and then just like take off. You can't do that and still count as being like doing your job. Used to do that back in the early 80s. Yeah, this would have been mid 90s. It's my first real job at a gas station. And I would have been like 15, 14, pumping gas at the gas station, working the till, and you go into the little staff room that was basically a closet, and it had a clock on the wall, and you took your card out of the thing and you went and it stamped it. Yeah, early 90s, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Feels like even when I was doing it, like this place might have been a little behind the times on having a time clock. Damn, I feel old now. I was 38 in the mid 90s. Well, I mean, time is linear. Like this, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I didn't do it intentionally. It's just that like the time continued to move forward since you were 38. Just because I was born 70 years after you, okay, doesn't mean that one I did on purpose. You're not 112 years old. My youngest son turned 25 today. Happy birthday, youngest Waldrop son. I know, my kid is going into grade 8. He just turned 12, 13. Fuck, that's bad that I don't know. 13. He's going into grade 8 next year, and I'm like, what? It's because time is linear and constant. Time keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking into the future. I want to fly like an eagle. Beer. Oh, I don't want to be on my feet at all. Oh, that is uncomfortable. I do not want to be on my feet or in these shoes, in fact. For the last 2 days, well, over the last 4 days, I've been on my feet on concrete in these shoes for 9, 18, 30, 38 hours over the last 4 days on concrete on my feet in these shoes. And I'm happy to be off my feet. And I will be happy to be out of these shoes when I finally kick them off. I want to fry up an eagle with some brie. Fry up an eagle. It'll be delicious-y. I want to fly. I swear to God, if I get a copyright on that nonsense. Just turned 53 and bought a bicycle today. Howdy, guy. I got my "you're about to retire" Social Security letter this past week. But are you actually about to retire, or are they just like, this is how old you are, it's time to go? I want to fry up an eagle with some brie. That'd be delicious. Especially our eagles here on the coast that like feast on big ass salmon. They'd probably be good eating. Some brie, a little cranberry brie with your eagle meat. Yeah. About to turn you into Soylent Green. I wish I remembered the name of that story. One of the most impactful short stories of my young reading career. Like maybe The Waiting Room or something like that. Short story, waiting room. It was like a bunch of people, they wait in a waiting room and then they go in and they're either sent, like, it's like a post-apocalyptic-y kind of thing. JSTOR has it. 1953. It might be this. It might be available for free. It might be out of copyright. At JSTOR, The Waiting Room, Reardon Connor. Yes, that's the name of this. It's The Waiting Room by Reardon Connor. One of the most impactful pieces of literature I ever read in my youth. It's really, really good short story. I'm going to put a link to this because this is a free, out of copyright story. It's in the chat right now. It's a fantastic short story about what Paul's talking about. And after this show tonight, I'm gonna read it and see if it hits the same way. I bet it's gonna be even more. But it's gonna be even more than it was when I was. What would I have been? Barely grade 7, 8, 9. When I read that the first time. written in 1953, and it probably hits harder now than it did in 1953. Not planning on retiring until I die. Well, we've talked about this before too, about what retirement actually means. Like, retirement doesn't mean stopping being useful to society. I don't think. Just because you retire from your career or your job or whatever doesn't mean that you just like lay down and die. You gotta keep living. I just want to read it now. I should just read it out loud. Should we have story time? That's too long for that, I think. Look at it. Oh, what? You gotta buy it? Oh, read and download. Okay. I think it might be free. Log in through your library. Okay, I think you need to be a member of JSTOR to get that. Damn! I did have a JSTOR membership at one point. If I don't, I might buy it. I might get a new membership again because JSTOR is great for old content and stuff. Oh, the other good thing about not selling a ton this weekend is that I don't have to make a ton by next market. Might have got a market again in a month, and I probably don't really need to make anything before that because I still have almost everything I brought to this one. Was that not a Dazed and Confused quote? What is? Livin'? Livin'? I don't know. A lot of good Dazed and Confused quotes. Who's having Bevvies with me tonight? Paul, are you having a dirty bastard? Or whatever it's called? Laginess, what are you having with me tonight, my friend? Anything? Fuck, I thought I lost your check. I was like literally like right before the show, I was like, oh, and now tonight I get to talk about how like on top of being crappy at market, like this is how good I am at business. I've already lost Todd's check that he sent me to make this pen. But then I found it right before I clicked go. Sweet tea. Okie doke. I crushed a lot of Gatorade this week. It was pretty like it wasn't super hot, but it was hot enough that with the lack of air movement, it felt really hot. The amount was fantastic, Todd. You have paid more than enough for me to accomplish your goal for you. Especially considering you supplied the wood and then a bunch of other chunks of wood. Like, we're good, my friend. Pink ivory. Doesn't scare me as much as the sea critter blank that Paul sent, like way back when. But this is going to be hard as hell. This is. I'm sure this is going to be. I'm going to need to be really sharp. And we know that I'm not great at that. and I'm gonna have to spin it fast and take really light cuts. This is gonna be an adventure. That is. Hell, the Bloodwood probably is too. The Bloodwood's probably gonna be an adventure as well. Hypothetically, Todd. Hypothetically, is this a sentimental piece of Bloodwood? And what I'm actually asking is, like, if you get a Bloodwood pen back, is that okay? Because I have some Bloodwood, but if I need to be super careful with this particular piece because it has some kind of sentimental value, I will do that. But like, if I explode it, can I just send you one? Like, I made a Bloodwood pen out of a piece of my Bloodwood. It is. It's sentimental. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm all right under pressure. It's not sentimental. Okay. So if I cut this up and make it into blanks and then I blow through it by accident or something, I can just grab a piece of my Bloodwood. You're not going to be pissed off. I mean, I could just lie. I could just be like, no, that was the piece you sent. But I'm not going to do that. If we're good with you getting a Bloodwood pen back, that'll make my life a little less stressful when I'm turning this one, because I do have some. And if I exploded this one, I'll just cut a chunk off that. But if this was like your grandfather's piece of Bloodwood that he left you in the will or something, like, well, first of all, we should have talked about that before you sent it. All right, we're good. We're on the same. We're good. I met some cool dogs today. Markets bring out the cool dogs. People walking their dogs. There's a beauty, like, golden retriever. He's gonna be enormous. Like, the paws. He was just. I didn't ask, but he was maybe like 6-8 months old. But he had paws like, boom. I was like, oh, that is gonna be a gorgeous dog. That guy is going to be fantastic. He kind of felt puppyish, like he was scampering a little bit, kind of puppyish, but he's gonna be big and cool. Oh, we're an hour in. We haven't done nothing. We're not gonna do anything either. I am off my feet for the foreseeable future. Tomorrow, I'm gonna clean up after myself from this past week of making a mess. But then I might not make anything this coming week at all. I might just take a week off from making anything. I mean, I don't even need to finish my shop stool now because I have a new shop stool. Remember? And with my old shop stool, like, cushion. I do have a couple of guitars that I'm supposed to finish. Supposed to. The other half of that piece became a Christmas ornament this last Christmas for my grandfather. He recently passed at 95. So it is sentimental. What are you? Well, I guess it's not. Okay. I'll do my best. I understand the connection. Holy crap, the bench is complete. What bench? The stool? No, it isn't. This is that. This is a cheap garbage one that I bought at Canadian Tire because my stool finally collapsed. I guess you weren't here for the show where I talked about the fact that we actually put it together on the show, but it was just a cheap, crappy, like, and it is together. The shop stool is not done. This is a temporary fix so that I can sit somewhere, because the shop stool, I was literally like, after the show one night, I was on a live conversation with my friends in Australia, and it just like went out from under me and down I went. So I had to get something to sit on out in the shop. So I just bought this to hold me over while I finish the shop stool. If it ever gets finished. At this point, I almost just feel like I'm not even sure if I have the footage from the first 3/4 of the build. I'd somewhere, maybe it's still on my phone. Maybe I put it on a drive somewhere. It's like almost this fall we're going to be going on a year since I started it, like in 2 months or something. Maybe not. Maybe I didn't start it until November last year. But we're easily 6-7 months into that project that I did up till now. Like everything that's already done, I did over like 4 days, like 7 months ago. Make a handmade leather pad for it. No, I'm gonna make it's gonna be a butt scoop. Your older videos are showing up on your homepage now. I saw that. You made a comment on one of them saying like, yep, that's what you need to do. You need to like and comment and blah, 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 blah. And then they show up. You need to tell YouTube you want to see these. And then unfortunately, you have to see them. All I get are your old videos. Yeah, because you comment on all of them. Yeah, like I see you going in there all the time being like, oh, forgot to comment on this one. Like that'll be your comment. Like, I watched this a while ago, but forgot to comment. Here you go. Oh, Amy Gersh is here. Welcome to the show, my friend. We're trying to keep me upbeat. We're not trying to forget. We're trying to revitalize me emotionally after a week of prep, well, months of prep to organize the market, and then a weekend of work for the money isn't even real. Money doesn't actually exist, so it doesn't matter that I didn't make any of it. I about pooped when a cedar bowl flew off the lathe. I can understand that. Yep. When something comes off the lathe, it's bad. It's because it's never slow. Like you're never like, oh, this is about to go badly. Like there's no buildup. There's never like, uh-oh, here it comes. You don't have any time. It's just like everything's going fine and then boom, it's not anymore. Now you have stock for your online shop for your not local peeps to buy. It's true. I do, and I should. I actually thought about closing my Etsy store altogether a little while ago because I got a bill Etsy sent me a bill because I hadn't made any sales, but you owe them 7 cents per listing or whatever. So I got a bill from them, and I was like, normally they just take it out of whatever they owe you. But because I haven't sold anything, because I don't have anything there, they were just like, hey, you owe us $4.78 or whatever it was. And I was like, damn, I should shut that down. Why do I have an Etsy store when they're just going to charge me money and I'm not going to make any money from there? But yeah, I could take pictures of all of the things that I sell. And put them back up there. This shipping just is, it's ridiculous. Like, do you guys want to pay, $80 for a $40 bowl? Because I don't. Oh, my cedar bowl video when it flew off. That one? The yellow cedar walnut? It lives right there as a reminder. That's like my trophy shelf of things that went badly. I keep them right up there, nice and prominent, so I have to see them all the time to remind myself to be better. You could also post available items on your social media and invoice via PayPal. You don't have to pay listing fees that way. Yeah, there's lots of ways I could be better at business, Amy. Hashtag business Mike. That's the one, Todd. I remember Megan being very disappointed in the result of that one. Etsy has a counterfeit problem too. They swore they'd remove it. Even big reputable brands have junk versions of the same. Yeah. It's a platform. I mean, I could build the sales platform into my Wix website as well, but that's a lot of work, and I don't want to put in work. Just offering solutions. I know. I appreciate all the recommendations. It's just, maybe I'll just do another, maybe I'll do like a not live and do a sales episode of the show where I just be like, blowout sale. Get rid of all my old inventory. Who wants to buy it? Leave me a comment or whatever, and send me an address, and we'll get a PayPal thing figured out, and I just sell it all. But I like having a selection of things to bring to the next market, like, so I don't have to be like, oh damn, I don't have anything for the market. And Christmas markets I actually do okay at. When people are actively looking to purchase gifts for people, I do okay. Like Christmas markets, I do all right at. I don't know. I need some air. So people have told me it's not that bad when I turn the fan on. What time is it? Is the sun down yet? I need some air. I've been stuck in stagnant, dead, hot air for 2 days. I need to put a fan on and open the garage door and hope that it doesn't heat up too badly. Give me a couple minutes. Maybe we should just move up to the back deck. We just hang out on the deck out of the sun in the fresh air. Oh, hold on. Let me check what the sun's doing. Oh, it's cloudy. We're okay. The audio isn't going to be as great. Hopefully that's not too loud for you. That's on 2 on the knob. The sun is still out, but it's cloudy over there, so it's not heating up the shop. This is so much better. I can already tell you this is so much better. Big summer blowout. Yeah, maybe. I'll tell you what, after the August market, I am not going to want any of what I have left. No, that's not true. I need to have stuff for Christmas markets. I'll do an inventory blowout after the August market. Because there are a lot of things that like that beer. We'll get back into it. That fucking coaster set that I've been bringing to markets for 5 years, or however long I've been toting that thing around. It's a 6-piece coaster set on a base. Is it like a oak mahogany maple, I think, lamination of coasters times 6 on a walnut base with oak pegs holding the coasters in. I can't sell that damn thing for $60. I've been bringing that thing to market for 5 years with a $60 price tag on it, and I have not managed to sell it yet. I'm like, no, I am not reducing the price. Because if I was going to price that right now, I would probably be charging $100 for that. Oh, Kyla's here. We're both watching in Macas. Is that the name of a place? On my screen while we eat. Are you in a restaurant watching this? Is Macas the name of a restaurant? Because don't watch this on McDonald's. I guess you can watch YouTube in McDonald's. It's not really a restaurant. I had a fantastically successful market where I made all kinds of great money. Don't tell them. They showed up late. Don't tell them. I don't honestly, like a coaster set, I don't understand how nobody has bought the damn thing. Like a 6-piece coaster set on a stand, I'm gonna go get it from the truck. It's still in the truck. The garage door's open. Like if I made this right now, quarter sawn, red oak, maple, and I think Honduran mahogany, little rubber feet, times 6 on a walnut and maple base. The damn thing has been on my market table for, what, 40 markets by now? Listed at $60. And I can't sell it. Like lots of people, they pick it up and they go, look, oh, the little feet, I like that. That's cool. Like that's really nice. That's ridiculous. Claim the coaster set. If it doesn't sell at the August market, okay. You can call dibs. I almost think if I marked it at 100, it might sell. Because it's like, money is a weird thing. Because maybe if it was $120, somebody would buy it so that they could say I paid $120 for that coaster set. Like it's a weird, money's a weird thing that way. Like when I was painting a lot, I couldn't sell my work for $300. As soon as I started charging $1,000 per piece, they started selling. Because people want to be able to say, like, I paid $1,000 for this piece of art. So, like, maybe if I charged $120 for this coaster set, somebody would buy it so that they could say, like, yeah, that's a $120 coaster set right there. I don't know. But it's all make-believe anyway. Don't get me going. A little low according to Amazon. A little low according to me too, my friend. I'm terrible at pricing my own stuff. I don't pay myself enough money. But if, like I said, if people won't buy it for that, it's hard to justify raising the price of it, isn't it? In a way, you're influencing how people perceive the value of the object by raising the price like that. Exactly. Perceived value is value. You don't need to really quantify it by adding perceived, because as soon as someone pays that much money for something, that's now what it's worth. At least to them. So when you increase the perceived value and then someone pays that much money for it, that's now the value. Problem is that someone can Google wooden coaster set and see them for $15 all day, and then they base, yeah, but that's not. But then you go the other way, and the people who want to just be able to say, this is a really expensive set of coasters. Like, it could be a cheap garbage set of coasters, but if they paid $400 for it, they're going to be able, when their friends come over, they're going to be able to say, like, this is a $400 set of coasters, because they think that makes them more important or something, you know? Because perceived value and value, like I said, I couldn't sell a painting for $300 that I sold for $1,000 when I increased the price of it, because somebody wants to be able to say I paid $1,000 for that painting. Matt, remember when JCPenney dropped sales and tried this is the lowest price, no gimmicks? They lost $2 billion. They probably did. Because, yeah, they just set everything's price. And people want to see it being on sale. I just want people to be impressed by the awesome coasters, and I can tell people my buddy Mike made those. I'd much rather have them just be yours then. Tell you what, Amy, these coasters were $100, but now they're on sale for $60, and you can buy them if you'd like. Unfortunately, it is probably going to cost you $37 to have them shipped to California. So that's I'd gladly buy a mallet or a marking knife that Mike made. Don't need coaster. I can make usable things too, my friend. I am going to make marking knives, possibly out of this blue and purple stabilized piece of maple burl that my buddy Paul sent me. Okay, I'll buy them and pay the shipping. Gotta wait till the next payday after rent. We get it figured out. I'm not that worried. Could use a good marking knife. Hopefully they'll be good marking knives. I'm gonna make a limited run of 10 marking knives. And they will maybe be this. With a little logo on the bottom of the handle. And it will be $347, shipping included. They won't be cheap though, because it is going to be like they're going to be very, very nice limited edition run marking knives. They're not going to be. You're going to probably be looking at $60 to $80. But it might be your last marking knife. What does Matt Estley sell his marking knives for? Those look expensive, but people buy the shit out of them. Oh, and my back hurts from standing on my feet all day for 4 days. I can do that. And shipping should be pretty cheap. Yeah, no, like your shipping's probably gonna be like $10, Sean. Contractor based in California, Tim. He used to do a bunch of printing. Oh, he's answering a question. Okay. Like, contractor based in California, Tim, is a weird way to start a comment. Marking knives wear down and get lost. Sure, I'll buy more. Hopefully, if you pay $80 for a marking knife, a handcrafted marking knife from your friend Mike, you don't lose it. I mean, yeah, it'll wear down, but it won't wear down beyond the minimal amount that you take off when you're sharpening it. It should last you the rest of your life, and possibly if you pass it on to somebody else, maybe the rest of theirs. You don't need to sharpen a marking knife that often. But it's actually not, full disclosure, the blanks that I bought are actually paring knives that I am going to handle. I'm going to scale? Is that an adjective? Do you scale a knife blank? I'll put a link in the chat to the blanks that I have purchased. That I'm going to be making my marking knives out of. They are going to be adjusted because I do want to have finger and thumb nubbins, like little recesses in them. I remember I was trying to show them to you guys a couple weeks ago, but I couldn't find them in the house. I have a batch of these that I'm going to be making into marking knives. I got to put a little bit of a divot in the top and a little bit of a divot in the bottom so that when you're holding it for striking, it's more comfortable. There he is moving around on the screen. See him out of the corner of my eye. Get rid of that guy. Oh. You know what I should do? I should just get my boy Bevel Forge to make me a bunch of these blanks. It's like 1/4 inch steel. He could make me a bunch of these blanks and I could scale them. It'd be better value for everybody. But somebody said that they wanted a double bevel, like a going each way, which is what the paring knives are, so that you can in your direction. And that's kind of what I want to. I want to be able to work it in either direction. You can work this one in either direction too, but you'd have to flip it. So if I was going that way, but then I'd have to go, like flip it around to go there, which is a huge hassle. Having to flip your marking knife around in your hand in order to use it on the opposite side of a dovetail. What kind of nonsense is that? Oh yeah, I'm a mess, like physically, from being on my feet on concrete for that long, over 4 days. Tomorrow I'm probably going to be in a fair bit of pain. I'm going to get some Voltaren on the back tonight before I go to sleep. Might take some Robax Platinum, which is good stuff, by the way. Rockler has eye gauging marking knife on sale for $6, and I bought one after putting it back and saying no. Is that supposed to make me feel better about selling an $80 marking knife? It's like I could have got this one for $6. Just kidding, my friend. Voltaren is pretty epic stuff. It's good. I don't have to go to it very often, but once in a while I'm like, it's a Voltaren night. Yeah, Paul does make marking tools, just not marking knives. I have a Paul Waldrop marking gauge right here. Still haven't used it. My apologies, Paul. I love that I own it. But I have a Paul Waldrop mortising marking gauge. Yeah. Honestly, I don't mind if I never use it. I'm happy to own it. I'm happy to have a friend who has sent me this gauge. I don't use this style of gauge I don't use... The only time I ever use a marking gauge that needs a reference surface is for dovetails. And it's just, this guy is just like really handy because if I'm gonna do that operation, it can live in my pocket, and this guy can't really live in my pocket anywhere. The little mini Veritas guy can just be handy, unless it's on the floor because I drop it. But I do love this. I do like this guy. Let's get it off the floor. Yeah, there it is. It's not even the expensive guy. It's just it doesn't have the micro adjust or anything. It's just like I just drop it on the dovetail or on the board, and it hits the bench, and then I lock it down. And don't do mortise and tenon joints? Sure I do. I just don't ever mark out a mortise. I don't need to mark out a mortise with 2 pins at the same time, which is what that is designed to do. I mark from either edge, or I just make them the size of my router bit. I mark them out in from one side, and then the width of the mortise is how big my router bit is. Or I can just mark from either side and then chop or whatever. Drill and chop, or route and chop, or whatever. I don't do full on, this needs to be dead, glaring in Cosmin. You glare in Cosmin all you want. I'll glare right back at you in Davies. However you need to get it done. Cosmin can do whatever he wants. He's a fantastic, I assume he's a fantastic woodworker. He seems like he should be. I've never seen anything he's made. But he seems like a good instructor. It's like, has anybody ever seen anything that Cosmin has made? It's like this fucking Stumpy Nubs guy. Been doing YouTube videos for a decade about how to woodwork. I've never seen the guy make anything. Like, you're giving me advice on tools and tips and techniques and stuff. Maybe everything you make is garbage. I don't know. Like, no offense, dude, but like, why should I trust you about your advice when I've never seen you make a thing? Stumpy Nubs has a shop where he makes and sells furniture. Does he make and sell the furniture? Or does he have like apprentice guys who make and sell furniture and they're just churning it out on a CNC machine or whatever? You know, like, I don't know. I've never seen anything, like, he's never said like, hey, made this thing. Come on, I'll show you how I did it. Never seen one of those. See a lot of Paul Sellers, Rex Kruger, and James Wright projects. Yeah. Mark Spagnolo, Shannon Rogers, Matt Cremona. Four Eyes. I forgot his name. That's disappointing. Lots of good furniture makers. Ishitani Furniture shows you, like, that guy wants to tell me how to sharpen a hand plane. I'm gonna follow that because I've seen him use hand planes on his furniture that he's made. Cosmin has tons of stuff moving through. Seen hall tables, shelving units. Does he make them? Like, why? Just once in a while make a project video so that we know that we can trust you when you start giving advice about stuff. And of all trades, another good one. Yeah, Ashley Harwood. Stumpy has stuff. Bed a few years ago and a dog end table. Before he changed to trending topics, he made one. Honestly, I don't blame him. You don't get the views on project videos. But like, when you never have a project video and all of your stuff is just tips and techniques and tool reviews and stuff, it's hard to listen to you because I have no idea if you're even good at this. Projects don't give you, I disagree, but they don't do it. Well, no, it's true. It's absolutely true. I can show you. You you let me know if you want really like demographic information about video views, because I will show you. I've been doing this 5 years, and I don't have the scale of numbers that they have in terms of like hundreds of thousands of followers, but it's probably pretty similar in terms of like I could spend a month on a project and get 274 views, or I could spend an hour on like, this is my favorite knife, everybody should look into getting this knife, it's pretty great, here's a link to where you can get it, thanks for watching, and I get 1,000 views. They're like easily 3 times as many views. My DeWalt shop vac. Unboxing and trying my DeWalt shop vac. Go watch that video. That is a piece of shit video. Like, I was like, I bought this at Costco. Let's see if it's any good. And I took it out and I'm like, oh, it's shiny. That's cool. Let's plug it in and clean out my bandsaw. And I cleaned out my bandsaw. And it was like, yep, that's a shop vac. It's made by DeWalt. Thanks for watching. I'll let you know if it sucks. Yeah. And like, I could have bought 2 other shop vacs with the money I made off of that video. I paid for that shop vac, but the ad revenue from people watching that made me enough to buy 2 more shop vacs. I spent 6 months making a guitar. It is what it is. People go on YouTube and be like, DeWalt shop vac, should I buy? Or whatever. It's a real thing. Like how Frank Howarth is counter-programming in many ways. Always a project, not apologetic about using a CNC. Yeah. So many guys have a Shapoko or a small affordable CNC and use it when it makes sense. Sure, yeah. I wouldn't be apologetic for using a CNC either. I don't want to get into it. I don't have room for it. But don't apologize for having a CNC. Don't apologize for having a table saw or a lathe. Or don't apologize for not using hand planes. Do what you gotta do. Do what makes you happy. If you're making stuff that you like, however you're making it is the right way to do it. Pretty sure that's how I originally found you, looking for Laguna reviews. See, like my Laguna, just for fun, because this will be fun. Sorry, YouTube terms of service. Let's look at the channel analytics all time. Let's go with all time channel analytics. I don't know if that's okay. Here we go. $633,000 views, of which I got charcuterie boards. Get DIY fancy charcuterie boards, followed by DeWalt 10-gallon shop vac. Right there. We got making a router table, which is kind of a DIY. Then we've got the King Industrial Jointer. Like an unboxing, and well, not really an unboxing, like a review, I guess, of my jointer, making a record crate, unboxing my Rikon lathe, workbench, Laguna lathe. So of my top 10 videos, 1, 2, 3, 4 of my top 10 videos are like, hey, check out this tool and see if it's any good. finally get your lathe extension level. I have to tweak I did. I ended up getting it level, but it was a lot of work. Like, and I should have watched somebody else's stupid review and locked down the tailstock to see if I could just bring the things level before locking it down. But basically, I just like laid a level on and had my buddy Mark like hold it there while I was. Okay, I'm here. We can start. Okay, we can start now. Hour and a half in. Pinnell's here. We can finally start. We're bitching about how much money Mike makes by making things on YouTube again. I know that you've been waiting for that discussion to happen again. No, we're talking about revenue sources and blah 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 blah. Money's all make believe anyway. Doesn't matter. Beer. What to check? It was the dog feeder for cancer research. That was a fun video. I enjoyed that one. The Syria is still eating out of that, I believe. My friend Seth's dog, I believe, still uses that as her feeder. Oh, yeah. I need to... As much as I want to be sitting because I want to be off my feet, I don't think that's a great situation for my back right now. To just have it be stationary. Let's call it 49,000 views on I bought a shop vac from DeWalt. Like, I've made guitars, I've made coffee tables, I've made sofa tables, I've made dining tables, I've made benches, I've made all kinds of stuff. 49,000 of my views were I bought this shop vac from Costco. Let's check it out. Yeah, and you wonder why guys like Stumpy Nubs don't make projects. Anyway, I have to go for a little walk for a couple of reasons. One of which is my back hurting, and one of which is I'm getting upset. I'm getting like I need to calm down. I am not that upset about the world. I'm pretty optimistic about how we can keep going. But I have a bad energy right now, and I need to go for a little walk. You can stay if you'd like. You can leave if you'd like. I'll be back in about 4 minutes. I gotta go have a stretch. I'm gonna be out of Wi-Fi range. Maybe I'll go check the mail. Maybe I got a William Woodwright order of keychains and stuff. Bottle openers. But I need to stretch and get out of the headspace that I'm in right now. I want to put on some entertaining music or something for you, but then I won't make my 70 cents this show. So, Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a minute. Got important mail. I got a free credit card offer from Capital One. Oh. Let's get that box of market stuff out of the truck. Bring it back into the house. Now, who wants to do a giveaway? Let's do a giveaway. I like you guys. And I appreciate you coming and supporting what it is that I do here. It'll make me feel better to give something away tonight that I couldn't sell at the market today. Let's give away something. It's my new tablecloth that I used at the market today. What should we give away? What's gonna not cost me very much to ship? You're gonna use your market cash to mail it. It's all just make believe anyway. Let's give something away. Amy's gone. Amy left just in time for me to do a giveaway. It's okay, she's already committed to buying the coasters. Let's do a keychain. I can send a keychain for not very much money. And the hardware wasn't very much, and the wood was free from my friend Paul Waldrop. Let's find the keychain bag. Let's give away a keychain tonight. And Beckham's not here, so he's not going to win. And bottle openers. The keychain bag. Keychains. That's in my way. All right, who wants a keychain? Want Beckham to show up so bad right now. He's like, sorry I'm late, everybody. Let's go with this blue stabilized piece of maple that, because of the way that the grain comes down over here, the way I turned it, it's darker at the bottom and fades up a little bit. Finished with custom grit step 1 and 2, I believe. That'll be our giveaway tonight. Little blue stabilized maple blank from Paul Waldrop that I've made into a keychain. We'll give that away by the end of the show. That'll make me feel better. Paul says sure. Ping says loves one. Okay. Let me get a wheel of names, I think is where I go. The random name picker. We'll give it a little bit. We'll see if anybody else shows up. Oh, look, I get the list in here from last time. It saves your last... Hey. Waldrop. Dr. Ping. Do we have to use our own names? I mean, you don't. As long as, if you win, I know who you are, so I can send it to you. Chuck Norris is in the draw. I might just, for fun and my own sanity, I might put McGill beside that so that I remember. Pinnell, what do you want to be called, my friend? Blue stabilized maple keychain. Paul Waldrop provided the blank. I turned it. Can I be Sean McGill? Just to confuse me? Yeah, you can be Sean McGill. McGill. But now I got to put in brackets Pinnell. Okay, so McGill is Chuck Norris and Pinnell is Sean McGill. I like it. I thought you were gonna say, like, I want my name to be 60% of the time it works every time. So that you can get the bingo square. Because you weren't here when I already did that bingo square. I only have 4 people. You need 25% chance to win this thing. Anybody else want in on that? Anybody else want in on a keychain? Hope the Australians don't suddenly show back up, and now it's going to cost me $40 to get it to them. You're right. I wasn't having a good night either, and now I'm laughing. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. I had a rough couple of days, and I'm using the show as an opportunity to get back in a better emotional place. Lajeunesse wants in. All right. Todd Lajeunesse. Did I spell it right? I did. Todd, if you win, it's gonna wait until I'm done your pen, so that I can like freebie the shipping, because you've already prepaid for the shipping on your pen. So if you win, it'll come to you with your pen. Didn't really help. The stretching thing didn't really help that much. I'm so tight. Like, hey, that's a bingo square too, isn't it? Mike complains about back pain. God, it's the worst. The worst thing about the bingo squares is that they're like, maybe not most of them, but a lot of them are about like Mike complains. It's like Mike shakes his fist at the sky. Mike complains about back pain. Mike bitches about youngsters. Like, they're just. I don't think that's actually one, but it's like there's a lot of and I started tonight's show by saying, like, by talking about how, like, I'm a pretty optimistic fella. I like to keep a positive attitude. Do I though? Because it feels like I complain about the world a lot. But I mean, for good reason. The world is in a shitty state, and we should be doing more than just complain about it. Anyway, I've got 5 of you in the draw. There's 8 people watching. Anybody else want to get in the draw for a Mike Davies original keychain with the blank provided by Paul Waldrop? Blue stabilized maple. Might go walk again. Even though I like, it sucks because like walking helps my back, but it hurts my feet. Because I've been on my feet for a lot of hours over the last 4 days. Matt wants in. What do you want to be called, Matt? Everybody else is making up fake names except for Lajeunesse and Dr. Ping. Well, I guess so only 2 people are making up fake names. We could call you Fearsome. You're in there as Fearsome unless you tell me otherwise. And you could just make me say something ridiculous. Like, you could be like, I want him to say, like, lick my balls. Whatever, you can make your name Lick My Balls. That's it. Matt is now Lick My Balls. Oh, it's got an apostrophe. I've made up a new name for you, Matt. You are now Lick My Balls. Sorry, I didn't see Batman in time. So we got Waldrop, Dr. Ping, Chuck Norris, Sean McGill, Todd Lajeunesse. Todd, you want to pick a new name? You can pick a new name just for fun. Dr. Ping, you want to pick a new name? Just to be fun. So we got Waldrop, Dr. Ping, Chuck Norris, Sean McGill, Todd Lajeunesse, and Lickmaballs. Big Sean McGill as well. Multiple people cannot pick the same name. I'm gonna I institute that rule right now. You cannot have the same name as someone else in the draw. So nobody else can be Lickmaballs. Used to use 65 hours a week every winter. I never work 65 hours a week. See, I say that. I would never work 65 hours a week, but I work more than 65 hours a week every week between like all of my jobs. Like my actual job and then my work out here in the shop and then sitting in front of the computer doing all kinds of other stuff. I work way more than 65 hours a week. But at least most of the things that I do for a living, I enjoy most of the time, which is not always what it has been. I gotta do one more get up and walk around and stretch. Anybody else wants in the draw for the keychain? I'll scroll back when I get back. We only have 6 of you. You got a really good chance. Oh, somebody was also asking, like, why doesn't he ever piss? I might go beside the house and have one while I'm up walking around. And also beer, because that's empty. You get the Laguna. What? Todd Lajeunesse turned those into a turn. Yeah, those extra hours. He absolutely did. He bought the 1216. And I didn't get a commission on that. And I absolutely should get a commission on people buying 1216s based on my recommendation to do that. You guys want to see the state of my backyard right now? I don't even, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to show you the state of my backyard right now. I need to get out here with the DeWalt cordless weed. I gotta take down my yard. I got a start on it. But that stuff is about just under waist high. Not good. Buy a goat. Yeah, there was already talk about buying a goat. I think Peterson was telling me to buy a goat, and I was like, well, send me a link to the goat seller. I'll buy a goat. Like, I don't know where I can get one. You need a better string trimmer, yeah. Well, the last time it got to that state, I brought my buddy Mark over with his gas-powered thing that it wasn't a string trimmer. He, like, replaced the strings with, like, plastic blades. I didn't get a new beer, or did I? And I just left it somewhere. Yep. Applause here. You want to in on the draw? I'm drawing for a keychain to make myself feel better about not making any money at the market this weekend. Business Mike. He makes no money at the market, so he's going to give something away to his friends on the internet. Doesn't have to make sense. Blue stabilized maple keychain. For giveaway, I'm only going to charge you $37 for the shipping if you win the giveaway. No, not. Count me in. Kapla said you also get to pick a name. Kapla, if you wanna pick a fun name, we've got Waldrop didn't pick a fun name. We got Dr. Ping, we got Chuck Norris, we got Sean McGill, who is not actually Sean McGill. Somebody else just picked Sean McGill as their name. Lajeunesse also didn't pick a fun name. And we've got Lickmaballs, who I picked the name for. Long Rod? Alright, Long Rod. And then in brackets I'm gonna... Wait, you can't name Orange Shirt John. Okay. Orange Shirt John is in the draw. LaForge or LeVar Burton. Jordy. Did scroll up. Oh, did you pick one? Or you want to be Long Rod? Let me scroll back. Sometimes I'm in top chat, so I don't see everything. You can be Long Rod if you want. And Todd can be Long Rod. LeVar LaForge. I like that. Butterfly in the sky. Oh, I can fly twice as high. Take a look. It's in a book. You guys got to finish it. It's like when the rock stars like point out at the crowd and they sing the song back to them. Take a look, it's in a book. Anybody? Somebody? Jordy LaForge? LeVar Burton? McGill got it! Yeah! Yeah, McGill finished the line. It's 3 points. 3 points for Sean McGill. Oh, Mike gives out points. Bingo square. Reading Rainbow had a new season like 5 years ago. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Be right back. Gotta let the big dumb dog in. We'll be here. It's that kind of night, man. I feel like just kind of hanging out with you guys for a bit. I don't know what kind of charge I've got on my phone right now. Half-ish. I was walking back to the car this evening. I stopped to watch a band nail the last half of Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Wow. A band, like a live band? Played Paradise by the Dashboard Light? Like, that's a karaoke song, but you don't hear like cover bands doing Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Having waffles and sausage for supper. Waffles and sausage sounds like a cool album name. It'd be better if it was bacon. Waffles and bacon are better than waffles and sausage. Fight me. LeVar had dinner with the big donor and brought out the visor and said he'd wear it if That's awesome. LeVar Burton seems like a really cool dude. LeVar Burton sounds like a cool dude. And same with that other kid that was in Star Trek Next Generation that went on to do great things online with like board games and stuff. The kid, what's his name? Chucky? No. The character. Will. The actor's name is Will Wheaton. I don't remember what his character was. He went on to good things too. There, Will Wheaton. Sean's got me. Yeah, he seems like a fun guy to hang out with too. Yeah, live band. They nailed the music. Vocals were not Meatloaf, but well, probably be better if it wasn't Meatloaf singing it, honestly. Sorry, Meatloaf. Wesley. There's his name. Tim. Thank you. Wesley. Mentioned the sausage versus bacon, but no comment on eating supper at 11. Oh, shit, man. I eat supper at 1 o'clock in the morning sometimes, my friend. Depending on how everything else went throughout the day, I'm sometimes out on the back deck just grilling up burgers at 1 o'clock in the morning. Especially with my wife and kid on vacation and they're not here. I have the whole house to myself for like 2 weeks. I eat when I'm hungry. I was out grilling up, I think 2 nights ago. It was at least 1 o'clock in the morning, maybe 2. I was out grilling stuff on the barbecue, making wraps and stuff. It was awesome. Yeah, Will Wheaton seems like a cool guy. LeVar Burton seems like a cool guy. Patrick Stewart seems like a rad guy. Okay. Hypothetical. Random hypothetical. You can have dinner with 3, not the characters, but the actors who played them, fantasy or science fiction films or TV shows. So you have to pick 3 actors who played characters in fantasy or science fiction TV shows, not movies. Who do you sit down with? Because I might have my 3 already. Like LeVar Burton, Patrick Stewart, and Will Wheaton would be awesome. That would be an awesome night of conversation around the dinner table. But I'll think about it. Because science fiction TV shows, but not movies. Battlestar Galactica was maybe the best television series, science fiction television series of all time. And then I could have Katie Sackhoff and Will Wheaton. No HOA in my neighborhood. I would never buy into anywhere where they can tell me what I can and can't do with my yard. It doesn't make sense to me. You guys in the US have a lot of weird shit, and one of them is the HOA. Like, we have like gated communities where there's like a board of directors who gets to decide on something. I'd never move into one of those. You guys have a lot of HOAs down there where they can tell you whether or not you can park a car in your driveway and shit. It's like, recently saw that Leonard Nimoy had an album of covers. That'd be cool. Just take it, hammer out in the morning or something weird. Leonard Nimoy's cool dude too. Beats Bears Battlestar Galactica is the quote. If you're gonna be trying to be quoting and be funny about it, get it right, Pinnell. Shatner, Nimoy, Rod Serling. I don't know Rod Serling. What's he from? Ian McKellen and Russell Crowe were on what television shows? Because yeah, if movies were included, Ian McKellen would be in contention. But what science fiction television show was he in? Twilight Zone? That makes sense. That's fair. I've never seen all those, so I don't watch a lot of TV. Katie Sackhoff would be awesome to hang out with because A, she seems cool. B, she's a very attractive person to look at across the table. And she was in my favorite science fiction show of all time, which, by the way, in case you didn't know, is Battlestar Galactica. And also Mandalorian. She's way too famous to sit down and have dinner with me, but Will Wheaton seems cool. LeVar Burton. I'll go with Will Wheaton, LeVar Burton, and Katie Sackhoff. No, that would be weird, because then Katie would be like, yeah, no, I wasn't on that show. I want to go with Patrick Stewart. I'm going to trade Katie Sackhoff for Patrick Stewart? Fuck that. No, Patrick Stewart is absolutely going to be at the table. I don't even really care if anybody else is there at that point, to be honest. I'd just sit down and talk to Patrick Stewart for a couple hours. Yeah, it's got to be Patrick Stewart. And oh, shit, now that I know that Ian McKellen was in Twilight Zone, I'll go with Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, and Will Wheaton. No, I want LeVar Burton there, so we can sing Reading Rainbow together. No, damn. Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Katie Sackhoff. That'd be a hell of a selfie. The four of us around a table. Yeah. Final answer. Lucy Lawless from... Yeah. Good call. We should get cast for serious roles because she was a great actress. She was in not a serious role, but she was in Parks and Rec for 2 seasons, I think. She's the woman that Ron Swanson ended up with. And I don't watch a lot of shows. Christopher Lee was in Adventures of Robin Hood. Yeah, but he's dead. Can't really hang out with Christopher Lee anymore. Isn't he? Now I'm questioning myself. I think he is. Shit, is he not? Yeah, Joy 50. That dude would have some stories. Man, he was British Secret Service. Like, he killed people and like had people trying to kill him like for a good chunk of his life. He would have some stories. Yeah, he died, but it's a fantasy list. Well, but the fantasy list still has to include people you could physically have dinner with. This isn't like a 10 years ago, who would you have dinner with? Like right now, if you could pick science fiction or fantasy actors from TV shows but not movies, I gotta go Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, and Katie Sackhoff. That's my list. That would be an excellent dinner, and I would cook, and they would all be very appreciative. Like, I think they would all really appreciate the effort I put into cooking for them, and we would have a great conversation for a while. I'm sticking with my list. Claudia Black from Farscape and Stargate. Jewel State from Firefly, and Xena Seberg from Lex. I don't watch enough shows, apparently. You just want to be surrounded with attractive women. That sounds like what's happening right now. No judgment. I absolutely will sit down with Megan Mullally. Yeah, good call. She's great too. But that wasn't the question. If the question was like just TV shows in general, like me and Nick and Megan and Chris Pratt, we'd just have like a me and the people from Parks and Rec. Take that too. I don't know if Megan would be on there, but Nick would be able to bring her as his guest. So I would like fudge the numbers and say like, you can bring your wife, and then it would be me and Nick and Megan and Chris Pratt and Aubrey Plaza. Just to put a little bit of a because that would just make it more entertaining for a bit. Oh, this is fun. I like this. This is fun. Let's have more theoretical, hypothetical questions. I'm enjoying my time here on the internet with you guys, and I appreciate you being here for me to enjoy my time on the internet with you guys, because I really needed it. I really did. I was like not in a good. I almost said crushed, but I wasn't crushed. I just wasn't in a good emotional state after the weekend of market. And I appreciate you guys helping me through it. Just browsed a list of top sci-fi shows, realized I don't each sci-fi shows. Did you watch Game of Thrones? Did you like, because fantasies are in there too. But it's not for everybody. We don't all need to be involved in the same. Danny Cooker, Count Cool Rider. See, I don't know, like, none of those words even make sense to me. I'm typing on my phone. Get off your phone. Did you see the spreadsheet? It's impressive, right? Like, that's a banging weekend for a market. It's fine. It's fine. Listen, how did the market do? The market was it went gangbusters. It was fantastic. No, it was okay. It was not my worst market ever, but it was frustratingly just the way that it went, like the timing of everything. Like because on Friday when I started, or Saturday, yesterday, it started out like 20 minutes in, sold a couple things. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, like this is gonna be a great market. And then there was a big gap, and I sold one thing. And there's a big gap, I sold one thing. And then this morning, 4 hours of no sales. 4 hours of standing there being happy charisma guy. No sales, and it's hard to keep up that energy. And then I sold a couple things right near the end, and it was just like it wasn't even necessarily the dollar figure that I came out with, but it was the way that it came in and didn't come in that was like pretty hard on me for the weekend. I made, let's check the spreadsheet, it's $320 in sales over 11 hours. Maybe you filled your charisma check. Maybe. I wasn't rolling, so it's possible that I thought that I had more charisma than I had, but I'm pretty consistent. I keep a pretty good energy. I mean, like, you guys keep coming back. Like, obviously, like, I roll pretty well if you idiots keep coming back to this. Because there's no other reason. Like, other than the charisma of this idiot, there is almost no other reason for you guys to be here. My brother's been making about $100 each Saturday selling out-of-date chips. Shut up. Like, what kind of chips? Like potato chips? What does that even mean? He buys chips and he waits for them to go, like, to expire, and then he sells them for more than they're worth? What? See, it sounds fake, but who the fuck knows anymore? Like, that could be an actual thing that people make money doing. Beer. I think, like, there's attractive people who sell water they've farted in for money. Like I don't even know how the world works anymore. Ace chips in his chip cellar. He's got racks of chips that are like, this one's almost expired, so it's almost ready. uh, I'm back. Can't believe you're still on. I left to watch another. I'm going for as long as it. I might go until my phone runs out of power tonight, my friend. I need to be hanging out with my friends on the internet. And until it gets too stupid or whatever, let's just go. Watch YouTube channels of professional dumpster divers. They make thousands when college students hear about it. Why are you trying to make me feel worse about like how much I make from all of my effort? Make good money from fart water. Like maybe that's what I'll start putting up on the Etsy store. Clearly, if I can't make money selling handcrafted goods at markets, maybe fart water. Maybe expired chip bags. I don't think I'm attractive to sell fart water. I don't think that's going to work out. I don't think I'm attractive enough to sell fart water. Should be a sticker that I have made with my face on it. Not attractive enough to sell fart water. This is Mike. Who wants a sticker with my face on it that says not attractive enough to sell fart water? Because I'm gonna make that. That sounds awesome. I want that sticker on my bandsaw. I want that sticker on my bandsaw right beside Custom Creations and Country Road Workshop. Well, that's enough internet for me. All right, bye, McGill. Thanks for coming. You know I appreciate you hanging out. Part of the NAE, attractive water group. Not a protected minority in America. We can petition the Congress for that shit. Could have been worse. Ups and downs. We just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep moving forward in your life. That's all we can do. Do the best you can. Love the people you're with. Appreciate your friends and your family and everything that's good. Fight against everything that isn't. And be attractive enough to sell fart water. Oh man, I love and hate that there is a job now called like Instagram influencer. Like that's an actual thing. You can just be an attractive person and take pictures of yourself and make money. I love and hate that that's a thing. Pay someone at the market to draw a caricature of yourself for the sticker. Yeah, I'm sure I know some kind of designer that could put like a big beard on a bald head and like as an outline and make it a sticker. Maybe I'll do, like, sub it out on Fiverr. You know? Oh, Kyla wants to do it. Do you need me to, like, pose for something so that you can, like, structure a cartoon head of me? Shit, you know what I look like by now. Make me a cartoon head of me to put on a sticker. I'd be happy to have, like, sort of a silhouette type. Just a big beard and a stubbly head and some eyeballs. That's all it needs, really. Like, in the grand scheme of things, that's all I am. That was depressing. I'm more than that. Look to the right and do a thumbs up. Okay, hold on. Are you gonna take a screenshot? Go back a little bit. We'll give you a nice clear shot. Well, broke my tripod. Alright. Give you a nice clear shot to screenshot to make a silhouette. No, that's shitty. Come on. With the eyebrow, I like the eyebrow. That's got to be long enough. 2:32:34. If you're looking for it later. Or I could actually take an actual photo for you later if you need it. Alright. Silhouette from the side like Hitchcock. Nah, I don't think that's gonna work. I like that though. I like this idea. Like, not attractive enough to sell farts. Fart water? I don't remember how it went, but I'm gonna watch it back again. That's a sticker. It's going on the bandsaw. Oh shit, now the Australians are here, so I gotta cancel the draw. No, I don't. I am, unfortunately, sorry, Kyla and Scott, I am going to restrict the giveaway to North America. Because in celebration of me not making any money at the market this weekend, I decided to give away a keychain. But I don't want to pay $40 for it to get to you. So, does anybody else want to get in? If you are in North America, would you like to get in on the keychain draw? I decided to make even less money. Yeah. It's okay, Scott maybe won that last year. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Is like Scott is probably more talented turner than I am, and he doesn't need a Mike Davies, Paul Waldrop keyring. I want a keyring. It's like, literally, like right after I say like this, you are better than this. You don't need this. You're like, I want it. Because Paul made the blank. Paul is a fantastic human as well, and he will send you a piece of blue stabilized maple that you can make a keychain out of. I'm sure he will. Um, it's hilarious that I was just like, no, you're like, why would you even want this? You can do better than this. And he was like, I want it. All right. Who else in North America wants this? Did I miss anybody? Kapla, Florida is still in North America. Yeah, technically, I guess it is. If Chili, if I win, he'll send it to you. Okay, cool. Let's go with the draw. Let's see what we've got. Where is it? Wheel of Spin. All right. Put me into the draw, and he'll pay the extra shipping. All right. We've also allowed everybody to create their own name for the draw. So Chili, you can make up whatever name you want to go in the draw. Right now we've got Waldrop, which is not that interesting. We've got Dr. Ping, also not that interesting because that's his actual name. We've got Chuck Norris. We've got Sean McGill, who is actually not Sean McGill. We've got Long Rod, we've got Lick My Balls, and we've got Orange Shirt John. Super duper blubber rubber. Alright, here we go. Super duper blubber rubber. There we go. So we now have seven people in the draw. Pick Sean McGill as your name. Panel, like, I don't even understand why we're friends. Or, like, I should fire you. I think you're angling to get fired so you don't have to do this job anymore. He's like, fuck, I'm sick of listening to this guy. I don't want to show up anymore. What can I do to get fired? All right, let's spin it. Here we go. Ready? We'll do one. Actually, let's randomize. We'll shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. 3 shuffles and a spin. Ready? Here we go. Please be McGill, but not actually McGill. Please be McGill. All right. You guys see that, right? That's Sean McGill, who is actually Chris Pennell. You're right, Scott. You absolutely should have said Beckham Krasniqi. Because you absolutely would have won if you picked Beckham. Yeah, good call. All right, Tony Lopez, welcome to the show, my friend. You just barely missed the draw. It was just a whole lot of nonsense anyway. I just gave away a keychain. And it's going off to just outside Halifax to Pennell, who has been trying his damnedest to get fired. This is my favorite part of every week, is hanging out with you guys. It really is. Kelowna, Nova Scotia. Yep. Yep. Suburb of Halifax. Love you, peeps. Gotta go. All right. Later, Scotty. Some blanks ready for Mike, but I'll send them to you. Send them to who? Who are you sending my blanks to? Scott? Yeah, everybody can send everything wherever they want. Let's all just help out and support each other. You know? Now offering fart water infused with New Jersey tap water. Oh. Oh. Who farted in it, though? Like, was it you? Because I think the whole point of the fart water is that it's an attractive person. Right? That's why like the sticker is going to say not attractive enough to make fart water. Like, so if you can get fart water from an attractive person, you might be onto something. Like fart water, fart New Jersey water from an attractive person. You might have something going on. Oh, Aubrey Plaza. That would probably make money. New Jersey water that had been farted in by Aubrey Plaza would probably make money. Like that's the state of the world that we're in right now. Aubrey Plaza farted in New Jersey water in a bottle for $100. It probably would sell money. Like, I'm trying to stay positive about the world. Okay, can we go back to having fun and talk about who we want to have around a dinner table? It's the other cool thing I was doing like most of the weekend is it just like held a box in my hand and I was just like flipping it open. It wasn't that one. One of them is yeah. It's just like you're giving away. Well, plus shipping. I mean, obviously, I'm not paying for shipping. And also, we've already established that I am not good at business. Okay, what's the fart water worth? Hell, there's probably like 4 people out there that would pay for fart water from me. I just gotta find them. It's priceless. You can charge what you want. It's a absolutely limited edition. Like, do you want beer farts? Do you want French onion soup farts? Like, what kind of fart do you want? I could custom. Okay, no, this is not cool. Let's go in a different direction. I'm not gonna, like custom ordered fart water is. All right, later, Kapla. Thanks for coming, my friend. Sorry, I'm sorry that this is the way that this show has gone. I am and I'm not. Because, damn, I did like 5 making shows in a row. This is the punishment that you guys have to deal with it. Like, I have 5 shows of making, and now 1 of just selling fart water, custom made fart water. What? What? I do want a not attractive enough for fart water. Not attractive enough to sell fart water, I think, is what the sticker needs to do. And it's a circle sticker with me doing this. Not attractive enough to sell fart water, I think, is the design in my head. That's how it goes. That's a good sticker. I'll sell at least 4 of those. I'll sell more of those than I will fart water. You're just targeting the wrong community. Yeah, you just like start an OnlyFans. Wonder what it takes to start an OnlyFans page. Bear with. Never even looked this up. OnlyFans. What is it? OnlyFans.com? What is... Is this going to screw up all of my things? See what it takes to start an OnlyFans page. Hey, look at that. Get the logo. Log in. No. Do I want to sign in with Twitter? God, no. What? No. I don't want to do this at all. Nope. I absolutely do not want to start another, like, social media thing. Nope. You have to play with your wood on here. Man, if I could get... Not gonna say it. But shit, I just turned my camera on for the 37 seconds it takes me to get off. Like, I didn't get paid for it. Like, hey, you guys want to watch? And away we go. Like, for money? The world we live in. The world we live in. The gut laugh from the repulsion from Twitter. Beer. I gotta get some more bingo squares, I think, tonight. Actually, we're going a long time. Tonight might be the night that somebody gets bingo if I get a couple more squares. Have you guys? What's pop quiz? What's your guys' favorite hand plane? This one is not my favorite hand plane, but I'm interested to know from you guys what your favorite hand plane is. If you use hand planes or not. If you've never used a hand plane, feel free to ask questions. If you do have a favorite hand plane, let me know what it is. That's not my favorite one. That one is. That guy right there. The low angle jack. Gets most of the work that's done in my shop when it comes to hand planes. That was the one square I needed last time. It just pulls it off the wall and doesn't use it. That was the one you needed. Tim says 4.5. I got one of those. That's my 4.5. I don't use it very often because I've never taken the time to properly tune it up and sharpen things. I should though, because I would have a use for this if I tuned it up and properly set it up. It's actually in pretty good shape, and I really should get it tuned up and set up. Stanley 18 block plane. Ooh. What's it? I don't know the Stanley 18. The dull gray patina, knuckle cap. What's a Stanley 18? I'll look it up. Stanley 18. That's a boat. The Stanley 18-inch welded aluminum boat? Nope. That's not what I want. I want the Stanley 18 block. Stanley has a number 18 sliding bevel T-square as well. And an 18 millimeter snap-on knife. Or snap-off knife. this don't look up Stanley 18 because that's gonna mess with you. Stanley 18 plane on eBay. I don't want to go to eBay. What's working by hand at WordPress? Okay, let's check this out. Oh, okay. So it sounds like it looks like the Stanley 18. The 1888 improved block plane. Yep. It's this guy. This is the Veritas version of the Stanley 18. I could go for one of those. I would put one of those over on the Stanley side. Knuckle cap version, 62. Send it to you. You want to. Shay, you know what? That almost might be worth it. I don't know. That's probably like probably $50 shipping either way to make sure it doesn't get hit. And I don't think the plane is worth that much. It's close though. I would, if you happened to be here, I would pay you to fix it and tune it up for me. Next time you're in BC, you stop by, I will pay you to set up that plane for me. I'm not gonna spend shipping both ways for a 4.5, probably type 20. It's not even a good one. Though, if you're out looking around at planes and you find any Type 6 Stanley planes, that is the collection I want. I want to have the whole set of Type 6 planes from 1888 to 1896. So if you ever find something that's in good shape and it's a Type 6, send me the link. I'm happy to have a look because that's the set that I want. In an ideal world, this side would be Type 6 Stanleys. This side would be new Veritases. I currently have a Type 6 number 8 and a Type 6 number 6. I want a Type 6 5.5, 5, 4.5, 4, 3, 2. I don't care about one. One is stupid. It's not stupid. It's fine. All down to 3 would be fantastic. Just get a green screen. Yeah. If I didn't have to pay you so much, I could afford a green screen. It's like a summer bonus and stuff. Like I can't afford this. We already talked about how I don't make any money at markets. And then YouTube takes my money once in a while when I play guitar, and like it's just. All right, let's get it right. We're pushing 3 hours again. We can hang out as long as you guys want. I'm happy, but we could also let it go. You guys want to keep hanging out? I still have 34% battery if we want to hang out for a bit. Pinnell wants to go to sleep, but he showed up an hour and a half late anyway, so He could just duck out and wouldn't matter. Oh, I'm ramping up the view minutes. But the 6 of you that have been here for 3 hours that are watching it, it's helping the algorithm, maybe. Probably not, honestly. Who knows how that thing works? Checked out long ago. Did you ever really check in? I mean, you checked in, but you checked in and then left. So did you ever check back in, really? Or have you just been checked out the whole time? Still on call till midnight? What's midnight your time? Is that 13 more minutes? You're getting paid to watch this nonsense? Damn. That's good. Beckham gets paid to watch this nonsense too. I'm good for another hour. You're putting away palm router for weeks for no reason, breaking down some cardboard. Might do a glue up on a cabinet piece? Wow. Only if someone calls. You only get paid if somebody calls? Then you're not on call. You're volunteer. That's how some of our fire stations work up here. It's like when your beeper goes off, you get paid. But like on call, is a different situation. If you're getting paid to be on call, or you're getting paid when you get called. Those are two different things. Technically, you get paid for 2 hours, but how many hours are you on call for? So you get paid to be available for X number of hours, and you get paid for 2, whether you get called or not. 48. That. Apologies for the reaction, but that's not a good contract. Are you union? Is that what was negotiated? That's shit, dude. I would never be available for 48 hours straight and only get paid for 2 unless I get a call. Let's talk about what is wrong with the world. This is make-believe hypothetical money things, and then that kind of shit happens. You get taken advantage of because people with way more money than you pay you not enough money to do what you need to do. I don't want to get angry and political and capitalist angry and etc. Let's bid you all adieu. You have to stay awake for 48 hours to get paid for 2. Hashtag capitalism. Yeah. We need you to be available from Tuesday to Thursday. Give you $40 to always be available, and then if we actually need you, we'll give you another $17. But at least our shareholders will make money in their mutual funds. And our CEO has to pay off that yacht. So, like, that's important also. Okay, it's going in direction. We're 3 hours into the show. Thank you so much, everybody, for, like, I love that you guys are my friends. I love that you appreciate what it is I do out here in the shop, and I appreciate you for what you do in your worlds as well, I am going to shut it down because otherwise things are going to get out of hand. Stay tuned for the announcement of the fart water sales and or the stickers about how I can't sell fart water. Okay? Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. I want to give you guys another random bingo square. So, down with capitalism. Eat the rich, and bye for now.